said, Hurricane Maria is moving in a northwestern direction. Our next guest has thrown through many hurricanes. He's a flight director for the U.S. government's NOAA Hurricane Hunters, and he just took off from Barbados, southeast of Puerto Rico, to fly right over Hurricane Maria and collect some critical storm data. Richard Henning is on the phone now. Richard, you're with us?
Yes. Hi, Harris. I can hear you just fine. How can you hear me?
Well, you're good. I can tell you're working. What exactly did Puerto Rico just take full on? Details about the beast that you've learned.
Well, Puerto Rico was hit by a very intense storm. Unfortunately, it crossed the island diagonally and is now, as you just heard, emerging back out over the water. It's likely to re-intensify out over the water. The good news is that there's no targets out ahead of it for now as it re-intensifies. Our job is to collect data out in advance of the storm. That'll be the most important thing we do today. We're going to be launching what we call dropsondes from an altitude of 45,000 feet. These are instrument packages that fall and measure pressure, temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and all that data is going to be gathered into computer models. And what will be really vital over the next couple of days is trying to figure out the future track of Maria, and our information is hopefully going to resolve any kind of question as to whether or not this will be a threat to the east coast of the U.S.
I understand Maria is expected to bring 12 to 18 inches of rain, so that's what they'll be dealing with on the ground. But from the sky, I'm curious right now because I can hear the ambient sound of where you are. You just took off from Barbados. What is it that you're seeing and experiencing?
We are northwest of the island of Martinique, and we are approaching the storm from the southeast. We will be flying over the storm, flying in a pattern around the storm from just south of Puerto Rico across to just north of Puerto Rico, and then we're going to be flying a pattern, again, sort of what looks like a lawnmower pattern, we call it, where we fly back and forth north of the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, gathering that crucial information, what meteorologists call the steering currents that are going to determine the future track of the storm. So we can see the storm ahead of us now on our radar.
What do you do to take precautions? Because you're out in front of the storm, but I'm sure people are watching this and wondering, well, what protects those guys? Because you've got to get how close in order to drop your sensors?
Well, with this particular aircraft, our G4 high-altitude reconnaissance plane is a Gulfstream jet that, again, flies at 45,000 feet, and the most crucial part of our mission is to drop those weather instruments. They're sort of the opposite of a weather balloon. Instead of going up, they go down, and it's sort of the same thing as having a whole bunch of weather balloon stations out over the ocean where we normally wouldn't have any data. Now we have a whole bunch of data that can get fed into those computer models, and this storm doesn't penetrate the eye wall down low like our other plane does. Our crews fly on both aircraft. I have plenty of missions on our P3. That's the plane gets down and dirty, down right through the teeth of the storm between 5,000 and 10,000 feet, punching through the eye wall into
benefits. It's a complicated topic. That's why Aflac Benefits Advisors are there to help develop a plan that's
islands heading towards the East Coast, hopefully not at the East Coast of the U.S., but we'll be keeping a close eye on it with both of our aircraft.
Yeah. Richard, it's no doubt what you do is dangerous up there, and as you get ready to fly that other plane into or nearabouts the eye of this storm, we'll be thinking about all that information that you're gathering that hopefully can save lives in the future as you better inform us about these storms. Richard Henning with the National Hurricane Center, thank you, flying today, a flight director for NOAA. We appreciate his work. Let's check in now.